to another episode of Earth Talks. Every week we're in conversation with citizens, policymakers and politicians. We're trying to get to the root of the problem and solutions that work for the environment. Every hour, Delhi quite literally loses one tree. The city has over the last decade lost thousands and thousands of its green spaces, and I'm in conversation today with one citizen who's been trying to reverse the tide. Bhavreen Kandhari, tell us, you as a mother, as a citizen, what made you get involved in this fight for Delhi's green spaces?
Yes, Bahar, definitely the same desperation of seeing that the trees are being cut when the air is so bad. And we're all suffering, our children are suffering, and they are the green lungs, and we seem to be losing them on a daily basis, every hour. So, this particular protest that we started with when there was the seven, in the name of redevelopment, they were cutting down, the government was cutting about 16,500 trees, and we were writing to them before that, and the emails and letters, but it really made no impact.
So what did you do? Did you actually go out on the streets and held banners?
So it initially maybe started with five of us or six of us who were, absolutely, and we were not even connected. We were connected on the social media, and we all went and saw this spot and this particular, one area where they had cut off 100-year trees. Absolutely those. Hundreds of trees were cut, and it was a very, very, sad moment. It was a 46-degree temperature in that heat, but we decided, and then that's how, the citizens joined in, and it became huge, and of course, thanks to media, that they took it forward.
So did you have to take this case to court? I mean, this was 16,000 trees being chopped down.
It was 16,500, but
like
the tree censuses, which a lot of volunteers and the Delhi Trees SOS, My Right to Breathe, they were all involved. And the figures were absolutely different. They were wrong. They were not. There were even one block of those Sarojini Nagars and Netaji Nagars had lakhs of trees. So that 16,500 was absolutely a false thing. So it's the same government and the same people who are doing the censuses and putting them forward. There is really, no authenticity in that. Then, of course, the protest helped for the government to hear us, and then it was taken into the courts. And certain amount of they presented the NBCC and all. They presented some new designs and scopes which were accepted, and at the same time they were told to seek new approvals.
Yeah. So this was kind of a victory for citizens. I mean, we've heard of the Chipko movement. This was like an urban Chipko.
Urban Chipko, with the children, parents, everybody came forward, and it was.
So, Bhavreen, tell me, why does an ordinary citizen like you take on such a battle? You were telling me about how in your family you've seen, lung problems. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, my aunt just passed away. I mean, she's suffering asthma. We're all in the family. We're mostly asthmatic, and the children are on nebulizers. And like I said earlier, my children, they are practically with running noses and coughs all throughout the year until they step out of the country and they are fine. In one day they are fine. So we know that this is happening, and the lungs of the children are black. The children who are born in Delhi and they're 10 years old, their lungs are already black.
Right.
So then what do you do? Because initially for many years we were writing, like I said, we're writing and complaining to your civic authorities, to your own, close by, whatever is, as a citizen, whatever is approachable to me, but it never works. So this, brought us actually on the streets to protest, and then finally into the courts to take things. But I am really, it's a tough battle, because now also with this, whole tree cutting, with I'm mentioning, there's a lot of contempt. We've again, filing contempt in courts because they are demolishing when they not. They
so
can't
even
do
if there's a order from the High Court or from any of the courts to stop construction, they'll still go ahead and
exactly.
cut the trees.
Yes. Because you see, Bahar, like I said, the point here is that out of the 16,500, the 3,000 were already cut, more than 3,000. No, why weren't those tree officers punished? Why weren't those officials taken to task? Because even 2 officials will get punished, this is not going to repeat.
Right.
But because there's accountability is absolutely done with, it's finished. So everyone takes their own, they're like the kings. They think we can get away with anything. Yeah. Right now also we filed the contempt, and even after filing the contempt in the court, it's been tagged with the rest of the case, which is a gap of about 1.5 months. You think they will wait for us? They're still continuing the demolishing.
So Bhavreen, tell me, what gives you hope at the end of the day? What is it that keeps you going and saying, yes, I'm on the right path, I'm going to fight this?
Yes, of course, Bahar. That's I'm
So
not
how
going
do
to
you
give
keep
up.
yourself
because
motivated?
because you see certain wins like this this one, or at the biodiversity park Aravali's, you know, the children came up. 5,000 children came there, wrote letters, and it was told. You know, there were many Dwarka Expressway. The trees are waiting to be cut every day. There is so much pressure from the activists, from citizens, from people. So it's being weighed, and we appreciate that the Delhi government so far they have been good. But of course, we're living with the fear every day, every second, every minute that you know what's going to happen. You know, it's really not in our hands. We are citizens. After all, we are citizens, and we have a
Does your family ever say, don't get involved in this,
Yeah.
don't take on the
Yes.
because these are after all powerful people?
Yes,
So
of course, yeah. That's friends and family will always say that, but that doesn't stop us. You know, people like us and everybody. Citizens are very now they're getting conscious, and they are. After this demolition I'm speaking about, actually people have been calling and messaging and all that, we'll stand by you, we want to come and protest, and you know, let us know. So it helps, you know, and fortunately these days with social media it gets a little easier than
So
before.
you actually told me, you were sharing with me that the Delhi Environment Minister also called you up and said, let's redo our parks and you know, let's green our parks and you know, let's not
but
have
the sad
cement
part is these things are not
construction all
overnight.
over.
I wish he was listening to us over the years and done this, but yes, whether it's got to do with the votes, but I can't say. But anyway, it's an opportunity. Anything that comes our way, we are there to help. We are, as citizens, are always there to put in our energy, time, money, everything. I mean, there are lots and lots of people who are doing fantastic work, and organizations and movements that are doing fantastic work. And we want to help in every way, and we are with him also. And like we said, we will take up parks and areas where they want to green, and highways and all that. So,
and what's going to be your next battle? Is
well,
it going to be in court, or are you going to take to the streets?
Streets starts with streets, but has to end in courts, Bahar. Otherwise, nobody listens. You know, it's just a very.
Which is the battle you're fighting now?
Now is to me, which is very close to my heart, and something is the waste management and plastics, no to plastics, which is extremely important. And we have been fighting, many of us, especially in our own area and constituency. But yes, it's no wins so far, but soon it will happen. Yeah, we're not going to give up, because it's again very closely related to air. Anything that's related to air, I'm absolutely a part of that.
Bhavreen Kandhari, more power to you. We hope you win all your green battles. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.